morning, everyone. It's Dr. Coop here with the morning announcements for Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The weather today, it's going to be a sunny and cloudy day with a high of 44 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. We don't have any birthdays today, but I'm hoping we will soon. And our story highlight of the day features two readers.
Welcome to the Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG Foundation. I'm Kevin Costner, and this is
Jillian Estelle.
We're going to read to you a book today, and it's called, you might want to show them the book. What's it called?
It's called Catching the Moon.
I love this book.
By Crystal Hubbard, illustrated by Randy Duberg.
And it's a story of a young girl's baseball dream. Marcinia Lyle loved baseball. She loved the powdery taste of dust clouds as she slid through them. She loved the way the sun heated her hair as she crouched in the outfield waiting for fly balls. And she loved the sting in her palm as a baseball slammed into it right before tagging out a runner. If there was anything in the world better than baseball, Marcinia didn't know it. She dreamed of growing up to be a professional ball player so she could play ball all the time.
Safe.
I wish I knew why you like baseball so much, Mama sighed as she gently washed Marcinia's hair. Marcinia shrugged. Mama often questioned Marcinia's interest in baseball, particularly when washing field dirt from her hair.
It's just fun, Marcinia said, giving her mother the same response as she always did.
Playing dolls is fun, Mama said.
Marcinia blew a puff of lather from her palm. Not as much fun as baseball.
After Marcinia crawled into bed, Papa appeared in the doorway. What did you learn in school today? He asked.
Marcinia thought for a moment. Some history.
Papa crossed his arms. And how did your team do in the game after school?
Harold got a triple in his first at-bat, and Clarence tagged out 2 runners, Marcinia said eagerly. I struck out my first time at the bat, but then I caught a deep fly ball that would have scored the tying run for the other team if I'd missed it. We won 11-10. Marcinia's smile gleamed like the noonday sun as she shared the details of her victory. We won the game, Marcinia said once more.
And you also ripped another dress, Papa said, dismayed. Then he kissed Marcinia's cheek and turned off the light, leaving her alone with the moonlight and shadows and her dreams of becoming a baseball player. The tiny house was still.
It's such a wonderful, wonderful story. Guess what? One School, One Book is coming. Mrs. Sims dropped by my office to remind me, and she wants you to remember to check her Google Classroom for clues. Reading How to Be a Lifelong Reader. Read. What are you reading? Email me at coopk@madisonnjps.org to recommend a book. Karina recommends The Girl and the Galdorian. Charlotte recommends the book series Spy School. Alina recommends With the Might of Angels. Teresa recommends My Father's Dragon. Lily recommends the book series Fairy Tale Reform School. And Hayden, she recommends The Mysterious Benedict Society. This day in history in 1559, Elizabeth I is crowned Queen of England. In 1847, Mexican-American War ends. In 1854, the accordion is patented. In 1930, the Mickey Mouse comic strip starts. In 1957, Wham-O Company produces the first Frisbee. Our civil rights highlight is Frederick Douglass. His occupation was he was an abolitionist civil rights activist and writer. He was born in February 1818 in Maryland. He died February 20th in 1895 in Washington, D.C. He was best known, he was a former slave who became an advisor to the presidents, and here's a picture of him. In Massachusetts, Douglass met with people who were against slavery. These people were called the abolitionists because they wanted to abolish slavery. Frederick began to speak at meetings about his experiences as a slave. He wrote down a story of slavery in an autobiography called Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. The book became a bestseller. Later, he would write 2 more stories of his life, including My Bondage and My Freedom and Life and Times of Frederick Douglass. In addition to speaking out for the freedom of slaves, Douglass believed in the equal rights of all people. He was outspoken in his support for women's right to vote. He worked with the women's rights activists such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton and attended the first ever Women's Rights Convention that was held at Seneca Falls, New York in 1848. And our final slide. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Big shout out to Mrs. Gallagher. Mrs. Gallagher, thank you for everything you do for us. We appreciate you. Make sure that you work hard on your assignments, that you respect yourself, you respect others, that you're kind to yourself, you're kind to others, and just have an overall incredible day. Take care, everyone.